Welcome back to Play Quiz. Welcome to Guess the President. Test your knowledge with 50 fun and challenging questions about U.S. presidents. Think you're a history expert? Grab a pen, challenge your family, and let's find out. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting quizzes. Let's go! Who was the first president of the United States? Correct answer, George Washington. George Washington served as president from 1789 to 1797 and is often called the father of his country. Which U.S. president authored the Declaration of Independence? Correct answer, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration, adopted on July 4, 1776. Who was the youngest president ever elected? Correct answer, John F. Kennedy. JFK was elected at age 43 in 1960, becoming the youngest elected president in U.S. history. Which president served the shortest term, lasting only 31 days? Correct answer, William Henry Harrison. Harrison died of pneumonia in 1841, just a month after his inauguration. Who was the only U.S. president to resign from office? Correct answer, Richard Nixon. Nixon resigned in 1974 due to the Watergate scandal, avoiding impeachment. Which president led the Union during the Civil War? Correct answer, Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's leadership preserved the Union, and he issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. Who was the first president to be assassinated? Correct answer, Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth in 1865 while attending a play at Ford's Theater. Which president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Correct answer, Abraham Lincoln. The Emancipation Proclamation declared freedom for slaves in Confederate states during the Civil War. Who was the first president to live in the White House? Correct answer, John Adams. Moved into the White House in 1800 while it was still under construction. Which president was known for his New Deal programs? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. The New Deal helped lift the U.S. out of the Great Depression with programs like Social Security. You're doing great so far. Let's keep going and dive deeper into the fascinating history of U.S. presidents. Are you ready? Let's continue. Who was the first African-American president of the United States? Correct answer, Barack Obama. Barack Obama served as the 44th president from 2009 to 2017, winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009. Which president purchased the Louisiana Territory? Correct answer, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson bought the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803, doubling the size of the U.S. Who was the first president to be impeached? Correct answer, Andrew Johnson. Johnson was impeached in 1868 for violating the Tenure of Office Act, but was acquitted by one vote. Which president is on the $20 bill? Correct answer, Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson appears on the $20 bill, though there have been discussions about replacing him. Which president was known as the Rough Rider? Correct answer, Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt led the Rough Riders during the Spanish-American War before becoming president. Who was the tallest U.S. president? Correct answer, Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln stood 6 feet 4 inches tall, making him the tallest president in U.S. history. Which president served as a general in World War II? Correct answer, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower was Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force during World War II. Who was the first president to appear on television? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR appeared on television during the opening ceremonies of the 1939 New York World's Fair. Which president signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Correct answer, Lyndon B. Johnson. The Civil Rights Act outlawed segregation and prohibited discrimination based on race, color, or religion. Who signed the Interstate Highway Act? Correct answer, Dwight D. Eisenhower. President Eisenhower signed the Interstate Highway Act on June 29, 1956, creating the U.S. Interstate Highway System. Incredible work so far. You've mastered the medium level, but now it's time to step up to the hard level. These next questions will truly test your presidential knowledge. Ready? Let's go. Who was the only bachelor president? Correct answer, James Buchanan. James Buchanan, the 15th president, never married and remains the only lifelong bachelor president. Which president was known for the Monroe Doctrine? Correct answer, James Monroe. The Monroe Doctrine declared that European powers should no longer colonize or interfere in the Americas. Who was the oldest president elected at the time of their inauguration? Correct answer, Joe Biden. Joe Biden was inaugurated at age 78 in 2021, making him the oldest president in U.S. history. Which president oversaw the end of the Cold War? Correct answer, George H.W. Bush. The Cold War ended during Bush's presidency, following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. Who was the president that established the national park system? Correct answer, Theodore Roosevelt. Protected approximately 230 million acres of public land, creating. Which president created the Social Security program? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Social Security was signed into law in 1935 as part of Roosevelt's New Deal. Who was the first president born in a hospital? Correct answer, Jimmy Carter, born in 1924, was the first president to be born in a hospital. Which U.S. president served the longest time in office? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR served 4 terms from 1933 to 1945, making him the longest-serving president in U.S. history. Who was the first president to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C.? Correct answer, Thomas Jefferson. 1801 inauguration was the first held in the new capital city of Washington, D.C. Which president is known for the famous quote, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself"? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR delivered this line during his first inaugural address in 1933, amidst the Great Depression. Round 4, expert level. Which president was the first to travel abroad while in office? Correct answer, Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt visited Panama in 1906 to inspect the Panama Canal, making him the first sitting U.S. president to travel internationally. Which president was in office during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Correct answer, John F. Kennedy. The Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962 was a tense 13-day standoff between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. Which U.S. president had a childhood nickname of Barry? Correct answer, Barack Obama. As a child, Obama was known as Barry before later choosing to go by his full first name. Which president's daughter held a controversial shimmy and shake dance at the White House? Correct answer, Grover Cleveland. His daughter Esther Cleveland threw an extravagant party that shocked conservative social circles. Which president made the decision to drop the atomic bombs on Japan during World War II? Correct answer, Harry S. Truman. Authorized the use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 to end World War II. Which U.S. president signed the Indian Removal Act of 1830? Correct answer, Andrew Jackson. Jackson's Indian Removal Act forced Native American tribes from their lands, leading to the tragic Trail of Tears. Which president was nicknamed Old Hickory? Correct answer, Andrew Jackson. Jackson earned this nickname for his toughness and resilience as a military leader. Who was the shortest-serving U.S. president? Correct answer, William Henry Harrison. Harrison's presidency lasted only 31 days due to his death from pneumonia in 1841. Which president initiated the Peace Corps? Correct answer, John F. Kennedy. JFK established the Peace Corps in 1961 to promote world peace and friendship. Who was the first president to be impeached twice? Correct answer, Donald Trump. Trump was impeached in 2019, Ukraine scandal, and 2021, Capitol insurrection, but acquitted both times. Wow, you're on a roll. Now it's time to take on the impossible level. These questions are designed to challenge even the most knowledgeable presidential buffs. Are you ready? Let's go. Which U.S. president was the first to be featured on a U.S. coin while still alive? Correct answer, Calvin Coolidge. Coolidge appeared on the sesquicentennial of American independence commemorative coin in 1926. Which president created the Department of Homeland Security? Correct answer, George W. Bush. The Department of Homeland Security was established in 2002 in response to the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Who was the only president who also served as Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court? Correct answer, William Howard Taft. Taft served as Chief Justice from 1921 to 1930, after his presidency ended in 1913. Which U.S. president won a Grammy Award? Correct answer, Barack Obama. Obama won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Spoken Word Album for his audiobooks. Which president is known for the phrase, "Speak softly and carry a big stick, you will go far"? Correct answer, Theodore Roosevelt. This phrase summarized Roosevelt's foreign policy approach, emphasizing diplomacy backed by strength. Which president was responsible for the Marshall Plan after World War II? Correct answer. Harry S. Truman. The Marshall Plan, implemented in 1948, provided economic aid to rebuild Western Europe after World War II. Which president was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, in 1963? Correct answer, John F. Kennedy. JFK was shot on November 22, 1963, while riding in a motorcade, a tragic moment in U.S. history. Which U.S. president loved jelly beans so much that he had them regularly delivered to the White House? Correct answer, Ronald Reagan. He kept jelly beans on his desk and even sent them to astronauts on the space shuttle. Which president served as the leader of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War? Correct answer, George Washington. Before becoming the first U.S. president, Washington led the Continental Army to victory over Britain. Which president negotiated the end of the Russo-Japanese War and won a Nobel Peace Prize? Correct answer, Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1906 for mediating the Treaty of Portsmouth, ending the Russo-Japanese War. Congratulations on completing Guess the President, United States. How many did you get right? Share your score in the comments and tell us which presidential fact surprised you the most. If you enjoyed this journey through U.S. history, hit subscribe to support our channel and stay tuned for more fun and educational quizzes. Challenge your friends and family to beat your score, and we'll see you in the next quiz.